Hi, it's Marina the Soul Alchemist, and it is time for Pick Your Own Card weekly guidance for the 11th through to the 17th of September. So if you've not had a chance to tune in, I want you to tune into cards 1, 2, or 3. And I'm going to reveal the messages, the themes, and the energies supporting you over the next 7 days. And we've got the bonus card, which is all about soul alignment. So make sure that you connect in with that at the end to understand what is going to bring you the most alignment when it comes to your choices, your decisions, what you experience over the next 7 days. And I would also encourage you to listen to all 3 cards, because they're all going to weave and build on each other to kind of create a really complete picture. Of course, there will be maybe 1 or 2 cards that you have picked as your focus, but do allow the other cards to bolster the message that you have picked. So if you've picked card 1, it's cosmic healing. So we can see that we've got this amazing Merkaba type symbol above the world, above the planets, out in the galaxies, and we've got this amazing group of people that have come together to kind of connect for cosmic healing. So if you've picked card 1 as your main focus, then just know that there is a healing shift that is going on for you at the moment, and it is at a cosmic level. What does that mean? It's at a multi-dimensional level. So and when we do any healing, to be honest, it's not just, say, physical healing that we need to look at. If we want to do it in a very holistic way, we need to look at the mindset. We need to look at the emotional aspect. We need to look at the spiritual aspect. We need to look at the auric field. So when we do cosmic healing, it's multi-dimensional. And when we hit all of these different points of ourself, of our makeup, of our blueprint, then we are getting healing on a much deeper and more kind of wholesome level. And that's why the Akashic Records is amazing, because we can do Akashic Record healing and hit all timelines and all lifetimes, which is why I'm a massive fan, because it's kind of like it's a fast track to doing your healing in all different dimensions, time and space. And that's really what cosmic healing is all about. And if you've picked card 1, this is kind of an indication that there is cosmic healing going on for you. So what you might find is what you are focusing on at the moment, and it might be that you're doing some shadow work, inner child work, you might be working with a particular bit of trauma that's come up for you, a memory, maybe doing some forgiveness work. And however you're doing that, whether that's through journaling, whether you're listening to some meditations, whether you're just doing intentional walking or intentional exercise to move energy through you, there is cosmic healing that's also connected with that. And what I picked up with this particular card was that there is galactic healing also going on here. So this is your galactic aspects of you, where you have or are spending time in other realms, other dimensions, other locations. There is cosmic healing that's also happening there. So sometimes we can have a galactic karma that hasn't been created here. It's been created in other spaces and places, and that can still be impacting us. But whatever healing that you're choosing to do at the moment, at whatever level, in whatever way, and that could be therapy, it could be Reiki. As I say, you might be doing meditation, just journaling, getting your pendulum out, doing Akashic work. Just know that it is reaching the cosmic levels. It is reaching the galactic aspects as well. So for me, the intention that you bring to your healing this week is far reaching. So whenever you're doing anything that is supporting you from going from one state of being to another, to initiate a change, initiate a transformation, always be intentional about that and ask for it to be at a multi-dimensional level. And so then you are activating whatever needs to be realigned, alchemized, cleared, healed in all kind of times and spaces, all dimensions. So cosmic healing going on here. And of course, with this card, there is other hands within this card. So always know that you don't always have to do it all yourself. You can reach out to others and be supported. I find that going to somebody else, you get a fresh perspective, you get a fresh pair of eyes on the situation, and they can do and activate healing that possibly you wouldn't have thought of. So it's always good to kind of do that as well. So cosmic healing. So you're on a healing journey this week. There might be some additional things that come up for you that you hadn't anticipated. It's all part of the process. It's all part of the ascension journey of you releasing your karma, releasing the bits and pieces that are not serving and supporting you as you go through this change on a collective level. So cosmic healing, what I'm going to say is drink lots of water as you're going through this week, as that cosmic healing is happening. And of course, cosmic healing can happen at a collective level, at a planetary level as well. So it's not just in a personal way, it's also in a much bigger way as well. So cosmic healing is what's going on for you this week, if you've picked card 1 in particular. But just know that if you haven't and you're coming back to listen to this, then there's also cosmic healing going on in the background, which at times can feel quite intense. And that's why I'm saying drink lots of water. Make sure you ground. Grounding is an essential part of kind of working through healing our different levels and layers, and also just being part of the everyday in this ascension process. Grounding is a necessary part, like brushing your teeth. Grounding and spiritual hygiene is totally part of our everyday processes now. It has to be, otherwise we feel out of kilter. And if you want a little bit of insights around that, or you're not quite sure what to do, then just pop that in the comments and I'll facilitate and share whatever information I can about what I do, in the comments for you. Okay, so if you've picked card 2, it's compassion and empathy. So this builds on from card 1 in terms of having more compassion and empathy for your process, for the changes that your body is going through, your feelings, the transitions, where there are changes happening in your relationships, with your direction, your purpose. All of that can feel like really quite a kind of a big upheaval. And this card is coming up for you to have more compassion and empathy for yourself, but also more compassion and empathy for others. Some people are just waking up, and so you're seeing that process happen for them around you. And they could be, for some people, they may be quite scared because they have no idea what is going on. And for some people, they go through the dark night of the soul, which is a really intense process. And this is about you having that time and that space and that empathy and that compassion to hold them, or just witness them go through that process without judgment, without criticism, without, turning a blind eye. Whatever perhaps has gone on before between you and another person, if you witness that, this is the time to have more compassion and empathy, because things are coming up for them that they need to perhaps really look at. And the more that we can just hold space and just maybe let them know that we're here to support them if they need it, but I'm going to allow you to go through the process in whatever way that you need to go through that process. So this isn't about stepping in and taking responsibility for others. This is about holding space. It's about holding their heart, holding your own heart, depending on how this works for you, and just holding the space. That's what all she's doing here is she's holding the heart. She's not doing anything with it, and she's holding it with reverence. She's holding it with love. But she's not moving it about. She's not needing to do anything. She's just literally holding it. And this is what this card is about. It's about holding space for yourself and for others. So thinking about card 1, we've got this cosmic healing going on. So there's healing at all different types of levels. And it's kind of like, well, what the hell's going on here? I'm going to have compassion and empathy. I'm going to allow myself time and space. I'm not going to get caught up in negative narratives about, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. Why haven't I moved through this yet? Why is this happening to me? Why am I, you know, where has all my energy gone? All of this type of stuff that we can tell ourselves. This card is saying, no, we've got to keep dropping back into the heart. We've got to have just compassion and empathy for ourselves as we go through these processes. Whatever those processes are for you, they're going to be individual to you, depending on what needs to change in your Akashic records, in your multidimensional being, to kind of have you in alignment to be vibrationally at a different frequency than what you are now. And that frequency is part and parcel of the ascension process of the planet ascending, changing vibration, changing frequency, and ultimately our physical body becoming more crystalline rather than carbon. Carbon is very heavy, it's very dense. Crystalline is lighter. And that is where our physical and energetic changes are happening. And then that's because we are holding more ascension light. So that's why our bodies are changing. But as part of that process, it can feel, as I say, it can feel heavy, it can feel challenging, it can feel a struggle, we can feel tired. So have compassion and empathy for the process. I am absolutely going to keep saying about grounding, because for me, grounding the changes that are going on for you with the healing process, with the energetic changes that are happening. They may be relationship changes, they may be, as I say, direction, career, just letting go of everything and just wanting to kind of just like do a complete 180 turn. Allow yourself to keep grounding, keep connecting to the heart of Mother Earth, because she's going to help you to feel in the physical body, to be in the physical body. We need to be in the physical body to make these changes. They don't just happen at a mental level. They don't just happen at an emotional level. They've got to happen in a physical level as well. And so the grounding and feeling connected to the human body is going to help you to realize that transformation and actually bring it into your physical life. But have compassion and empathy for the process. We may want to really rush it. We may get frustrated because it's not happening fast enough. And that's where you're going to need compassion and empathy, because we don't know what the timelines are for each individual person. It's all divinely timed based on your choices in every given second, and also the energetics that are going on for you, your karmic blocks, your limit, you know, like the beliefs, the habits, the patterns that you have going on. It's all part of your journey. So everything will be divinely timed, included, you know, kind of taking on all of that on board. So compassion and empathy, have compassion and empathy for yourself, have compassion and empathy for others, as this, what seems like a mass cosmic healing that's happening this week. From a planetary perspective, we have a new moon on Thursday, which is a new moon in Virgo, and we have Mercury coming out of retrograde on Friday. So there is some planetary shifts also happening, but we still have a lot of planets also in retrograde, which means we're still in a position or place of reviewing, reflecting, rejuvenating ourselves and our energies. So if you want to go deeper with any of these cards, any of these messages for yourself, or you want to play along with me each week, then the Akashic Oracle card deck, of course, is available for you to learn how to use. So you can do this guidance for yourself, play along with me each week, or you may want to have your own unique reading session, be supported with me, by me and my guides for 12 months, or just for a single session. If any of that is something that you feel that you need to move you forward, to help you align, to help you feel grounded, or to realize the intentions and the things that you want to experience, then please do reach out. Now, card 3, again, builds on card 1, card 2, and it's a beautiful card, and it just has this amazing glow to it, and it's self-confidence. So as you move through this cosmic healing, you start to do whatever you're doing in terms of clearing, alchemizing. You're doing it from a space of compassion, and you're doing it from a place of love, and giving yourself time and space, or others time and space. Within that, there's an emergence of self-confidence, and knowing that actually going through this process that there is confidence building in what you are wanting to do, what you're focusing on at the moment, maybe where you have felt doubt and insecurities and fears, or unsure about certain things in your life, in your decisions, in your business, your relationships with yourself. There's a growing self-confidence. And that is because perhaps this healing that you are doing at whatever level that you're doing that, it is releasing the things that have created lack of self-confidence. It's giving you an element of your power back, and you're recognizing that, perhaps noticing where you have lacked confidence and why that is, and you can start to address that. And with this knowledge, there's this sense of, I am growing, I am evolving, and I am becoming more confident in my abilities to manage my own process, whether that be healing or, growing, expanding, evolution. There's a sense of confidence with that, which wasn't there before. So definitely this week, you'll start to notice that you've become more confident, more adept, having more belief in your own abilities to do what it is that you do, whether that's supporting yourself, supporting others, as I say, in your relationships, in your business, with your direction. There's clarity, there is confidence, and this feels good. There's a real glow in this card, and there's this real sense of fulfillment that is on this lady's face. And, we've got all of this growth and this kind of blooming with the flowers, and there's lots of yellows and lots of gold. So it's very solar plexus energy that's coming through here, which is a sense of growing confidence, self-belief. It's that motivation. It's that having that willpower. And that's what we get with this card. It's a growing self-confidence. And you may even notice that people maybe don't specifically say you've become more confident with this, but there will be some comments that will kind of indicate that you are becoming more self-assured, that you are becoming more confident in the way that you're showing up, in the way that you are having your conversations, maybe holding the room. Or the people that you're with. There's just this quiet confidence that's coming through. It's emanating, and that's really attractive. So really sit in the energies of self-confidence this week. Give yourself a massive pat on the back as well, because when we start to really grow in confidence, then for me, there's an acknowledgement that there's work that has been doing, and you've been having to work through limiting beliefs and stories and negative narratives and things like that. And this lady, she's an angel. She's stretching her wings, so she's really opening herself up. But I don't feel like it's been done in a very dramatic and fast way. It's like this unfurling of a flower that's like, I'm growing in confidence, and as I grow in confidence, then people will really start to notice that change. And it's not like she's seeking validation for the change, because you validate yourself, you can see it in yourself, but it will just be something, it's like a byproduct of that. So self-confidence is something that's really emerging this week. So really recognize that in yourself and really celebrate that. So that's a really important key point that my guides are saying, is celebrate your self-confidence and notice the progress and how far you've come. But this is all working through the cosmic healing, collective healing, group healing, individual healing, multi-dimensional stuff going on here. Have compassion and empathy for yourself and others through that process, because at times it can feel a little bit sludgy. But know that there's confidence that is emerging from that process, and you feeling more confident in who you are and how you are showing up. And you can only do that if you go through this kind of process and you have that confidence, because you've got the experience and you know what it feels like. And so confidently you can go through the process again, but also you can share that wisdom with others also. So let me know how those cards resonate so far. Lots going on here. It's as I say, that's an expanding story for this week. And then what we've got is the soul alignment, which is a beautiful message. And it just kind of helps just to kind of tie it all together with a big bow on the top, where you can get most of your soul alignment this week. It's giving you the pointer, it's giving you the direct indicator. This is what I need to do to get back into alignment. If things are, you know, if I want to shift things, if I want to fast track this is my soul alignment. This is what I need to focus on this week. And it's the last card of the pack. So for me, it's very similar to the World card, the major arcana of the tarot, and it's freedom and adventure. And I know that we've had this card not so long ago. And freedom and adventure. So this is soul alignment. Think about that and the connection, freedom and adventure. So of course, your soul alignment this week is to seek freedom and adventure. And what I really notice is how this person is moving away, obviously moving away from the cliff because, you know, they've jumped off, but moving forwards in a direction, and there's no turning back. We're not looking at the past. We are not going back there. We don't need to. We've completed everything. We've done our cord cutting. We've said our goodbyes. This is kind of taking a leap forward into the unknown, and we don't look back. We don't need to. We've taken everything that we need in terms of wisdom, mastery, experience, everything that we needed. So even here, the maps, the keys, the tools that perhaps we have used in the past, we've not needed. We've got everything that we need, and that could just be all within us, and we're jumping forward. So freedom and adventure. So where can you gain more freedom in your experience this week? What is obligation? What is commitments that you don't want to keep anymore? Where does it feel heavy? Where does it feel restrictive? Where are you feeling confined by a process, by a habit, by a relationship, by something that you've agreed to do and you no longer want to do it? That is where your soul alignment is, and that's where you need to cut the cords, open up the space and say goodbye to it. And that straight away gives you a sense of freedom, and it takes you on to your next adventure. We don't quite know where that's going to take us because we've just stopped doing the thing, or we're just, we're releasing the cords to that. We're opening up our soul alignment for freedom, and it takes us on an adventure. And we don't need to fear the adventure. We don't need to fear the unknown. It's curiosity, it's excitement, it's adventure. So we've got everything that we need. We've got our confidence. We know how to hold ourselves with compassion and empathy. And we know that when we do our healing or we work through things, we're doing it at a multidimensional level. So we're fast tracking. So we've got everything that we need. So this is about stepping into a new chapter, soul alignment, new chapters, new places to go, new experiences to be had. Are you willing to take the leap off the edge of the cliff and allow yourself to be guided wherever that needs to be, with that sense of freedom and that sense of adventure? So that's your soul alignment this week. So it's quite a big card to finish on. But I bet if I said to you, what is feeling constrictive in your life at this very moment in time, and it could be the minuscule thing, as in a schedule thing that you do that's been planned every Tuesday night, and you no longer want to do it because it feels very constrictive. So it could be something very, very precise, or it could be, I know I'm not happy in this. I don't know how I need to step away from that and change that, but I know I'm not happy, and there's a sense of confinement and I feel restricted by this. So there's going to be different levels of where you are feeling confined and constricted, but acknowledging that and then asking your guide, your spirit team, to start to give you the how and the next step is going to help you to get you to the edge of the cliff so that you can jump off and be floating high, seeing all of this beautiful countryside, all of this, you know, beautiful space below you as you kind of navigate where you need to go. It's a beautiful card. It's your soul alignment. How can you bring more freedom into your life this week? Drop a habit, drop a friendship, drop an obligation of some kind. That's going to give you a sense of freedom on so many levels. It comes back to the cosmic healing. When we find freedom in one thing, it's not just in that very obvious conscious place and space. It has ramifications on all levels. So let me know how those cards resonate. Let me know if you want to get your own deck. There will be links in the comments. I will also link a meditation of some kind, something that's going to relate to this, that's going to support you in going a little bit deeper, doing a little bit of healing in the Akashic records. And of course, if you want to work with me one-to-one, then please do reach out. Again, there's all information in the comments below. So have a fabulous week. Love and blessings, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.